Hey, welcome to episode 102. We Made It podcast.
We back.
Back in the building. 102.
Cincy Doys.
Yeah, he looked it up earlier. Damn, this chair is loud. Episode 102.
Rough right now.
We Made It podcast. At We Made It podcast on all social media. WeMadeItPodcast.com. You can subscribe to us from any outlet through that. Subscribe to us and listen to us on Radio Public. Their new app. Go and check them out and follow us on Firework. You know what I'm saying? We
Follow us on Firework.
Yeah, we got to do some firework videos today.
Yeah.
Back in the building. Also, go check out Tiki Talka podcast.
Yeah, please do.
We're supposed to be doing an episode with them next week.
Yeah, I have that app or whatever program downloaded, so we're good to go on the computer. I was testing it today.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully we're gonna do an episode with them next week. We're gonna figure that out. But yeah, back in the building. First leg of the Champions League quarterfinals.
Imagine this. Imagine if I had told you that the Champions League quarterfinals would have been Man U, Barcelona, and Ajax versus Juve. If I told you that in like August, you'd be like, "What?"
It's not unbelievable.
It's definitely kind of wild.
And Tottenham City and Liverpool, Porto.
That's kind of Liverpool, Porto, Tottenham City. That's kind of wild.
It's not that wild, honestly. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen.
Why did today feel like more like the semifinals?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, honestly, the Champions League's been boring for me.
Okay, no, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, but no. You're why are you like this?
Yeah,
you're like this. You don't like World Cups.
That's not true.
You don't like Champions League.
No, I do like Champions League, but it's kind of boring right now. I think it's because the game was boring yesterday.
No, it's because you're anti-EPL.
That's not true.
Anti-EPL.
I like Arsenal. That's it. Actually, I like watching City play too.
But I have a confession to make.
What's up?
I remember previously when the season started, we were discussing TV contracts.
Yes.
But my will has been broken.
In what sense?
I had to subscribe to BR Live.
Well, I'm missing that email to.
I had to subscribe to BR Live because I just was doing the math, and if I'm paying $4 if I'm paying $8 a week, $6 a week for Champions League matches to review for the show, I might as well pay $10 a month and save some money.
Yeah, but what you gonna do after soccer's over?
Now I'm gonna cancel it.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna come back in August.
And then you're gonna take your horse to the Old Town Road.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Anyway, check us out. WeMadeItPodcast.com.
Yeah, please.
Caesar, let's get into these recaps. Everybody knows, if you follow us and if you listen to us, that on the first on Champions League days we start with the game recaps. We are not a game recap show, but we do the best game recaps out of anybody. So. But Champions League, we had to start with the game recaps. Usually we don't start with the game recaps. Caesar watched Liverpool, Porto, and Ajax versus Bleep, FC of Torino. I watched Tottenham versus City.
It'd be rough to do a review on Bleep.
Yeah, well, you initiated that boycott, sir.
Can Las Vegas PD hurry up?
It's too late right now. And also, I watched Tottenham City and Man U versus Barcelona. Caesar, go ahead and get it cracking.
All right, guys. So the game I watched was Liverpool versus Porto. Unfortunately, due for unforeseen circumstances, I was watching a volleyball game. My phone fell on the ground and literally exploded. And all of my notes were deleted last night.
Do y'all believe that?
Of course y'all don't, but it's okay. If you saw my phone screen, you'd probably believe me. My phone screen looks like lightning's going on here.
There's a camera here. We're recording this for YouTube. Go ahead and show the phone screen, right?
Look at that.
It looks pretty good to me, bro.
No, look at this.
Looks pretty good to me, bro.
I don't know, man. It's not giving it justice. It's wild.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't tell. I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
But I did watch the game. I think the game it had its lulls and it's had high tempos. And I think in the beginning, 5-minute mark, Kieta scored. That's what I'm just reading the goals. Kieta scored in the 5-minute mark. And then the 26-minute mark, Firmino scored as well. It was a 2-0 game. A couple things I do remember is that Alex Telles from Porto is really good.
He's a baller.
The left back, he's a baller. Militao, the guy Real Madrid got, he's a baller. And you know what's cool about him? I didn't know. He's really good on his feet. He was doing some moves. He's really good. Moriega, the striker for Porto, he's a baller.
Yeah.
The only issue with him is that he's not that good at finishing, what I noticed. And maybe it's not fair to say on that game, but when I watched that game, he was having some problems hitting angles. And, every time you get the ball, maybe it might have been because of Lovren and Van Dijk pushing him wide.
Yeah.
It could have been defensively forcing him in bad spots. but which he didn't have the best opportunities to score.
Was it? Wait, does Dejan Lovren still play for Liverpool?
Isn't that who? I think this is the center back they have, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is he still there? I forget his name. He's like Fenerbahce or something now.
No, I think he's still there. Is that the
or Matip? Was it Matip?
No, it wasn't Matip. It was
Is Dejan Lovren still there?
Yeah, boom.
Okay, all right.
Come at me again. Anyways, yeah. Mo Salah was playing really well. He was tracking back a lot. He played really well. I didn't really remember like Mane doing incredible. It was kind of like one of those. But I don't like to attack Mane that much. You know,
Why?
like I don't know. Like I just feel like he's not really there in those games. Like like you said before, like he wants to leave or something like that. Like I can kind of feel that sometimes.
Yeah,
but he's super talented. And I'm not saying that he's not putting in the work. Like he's
Yeah.
putting in the work. They have a good team. I expected them to beat Porto, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, yeah.
I haven't seen a bunch of Portos here, but nothing's crazy. And I know Porto has a bunch of injuries. I was excited to originally watch the Porto game because I know Pepe's playing for them now. And
Danilo Ex Machina.
Danilo Ex Machina with the captain's band today going hard.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But what's really crazy about Danilo Ex Machina is that, like, he gets really high up there, too, was doing some nice passes out there. He gets super high up. He's a really good, well-rounded player.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a 2-0 game. Liverpool won. I wish I had my amazing recaps, but I do not. And yeah.
All right, well, y'all don't believe him. I don't believe him either, but
Okay, man.
Yesterday I did watch Tottenham versus Manchester City. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I wasn't that excited for this game. Danny Rose did start, which I was questioning because recently he was talking about can't wait to stop playing, and I'm like, well, why are you going to start him if
He's
you
the
don't?
same guy that said that Tottenham signing players you had to Google.
Yeah, he did say that in 2017. He said, I don't want. He said in 2017, Danny Rose said out his mouth that he wants to go play back in the north of England where he's from. And he doesn't want Tottenham signing players that you have to Google to find out who they are. And then after that, he could barely be starting. And Ben Davies took his spot for a while.
Jeez.
And then and I remember Pochettino said like people didn't know who I was either. But I don't know why that's cute now. But yeah, so Danny Rose did start at left back for Tottenham, and Fabian Delph started at left back for City. And Mahrez and Gundogan started.
Baller.
I got some stuff to say. I'm going to go through the notes. I guess I'll go through the whole notes, whatever. I guess, people care. In the 5-minute team, 5-minute mark, I put that both teams are pressing really hard early. In the 11th minute, the ref went to VAR for a handball on Danny Rose on a Raheem Sterling shot. When I saw it on the instant replay, I was like, okay, that looks like a penalty. 12th minute, ref came back. They called a penalty after VAR and a yellow card for Danny Rose for the handball. And I take him out, but he did play for the rest of the game. 13th minute, Kun Aguero steps up for the penalty, and Hugo Lloris did save that penalty.
Oh, he didn't miss it? He saved it?
Yeah, he did save it. 15th minute, was it a penalty on Harry Kane in the box? No. 24th minute, there was a really good defensive play by Raheem Sterling against Son in the box. Raheem Sterling, Pep has City playing like really good football. They did lose this game, but I got something about like why they lost. But it was a really dope play by Raheem Sterling. We've talked about Raheem Sterling for a very long time here and how he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And we're going to talk about him a little bit later, dealing with racism and stuff again, sadly. But Raheem Sterling definitely does not get the credit he deserves, and he made a play on Son where he just like picked the ball, like he just like got that ball off Son in the box defensively, and it was like that could have easily ended up being a penalty. And it's like you see defenders making plays like that, usually not some attacking player. And I gotta say this too, like it's really funny. Maybe it's because they know that he would not leave City, but I just don't understand why they never talk about Raheem Sterling to Real Madrid. Like, I just don't understand why they never bring that up. I'm like, he's the actual...
Why is it Hazard?
Yeah, like, why? Every time... I mean, maybe people just feel like Raheem Sterling would never leave City and, like, he's in a good place there, but I'm like, if you're talking about the most talented player to play on the left wing for real, and replace Bleep, we had that conversation before the podcast.
He'd be a great fit, man.
Yeah, I think that episode was called Results Minded, but I can't remember what number it was. I want to say 90, but I can't remember.
Brain, no.
which is suffering right now a little bit. In the 27th minute, I put it should have been another penalty on Danny Rose, but they didn't even go to replay, and the ref kind of just waved it off. But that should have been another penalty on Danny Rose, and it probably would have been a red card for him. 28th minute yellow card on Motorsport Laporte. What in the world does that say? I don't know what that says, but I said it's a pretty even game. This is at the end of the first half. I put that as a pretty even game back and forth, but I would give the edge to Tottenham. I put that City's disadvantage in the first half was Mahrez's left-footedness.
Really?
Honestly, that might sound crazy, but I feel like Mahrez...
I got something to say about that in the Ajax game too. Good.
Okay. I feel like Mahrez really super left-footedness really just kind of messed up the flow of the game. He ended up having to pass the ball back a lot of times, and he just couldn't
get the angles going.
Yeah, and he's not really somebody that attacks defenders for real. He's usually just kind of looking for a cross or a shot.
He makes cuts and stuff.
Yeah, but he's not really somebody that will attack a defender. Yeah, no, not really. And he just ended up having to pass the ball back a lot. I was like, his left-footedness is limiting City, in my opinion. Into the second half, 50th minute, I put the game is still back and forth, and I'm like, somebody's going to score. 55th minute, oh Lord, is Harry Kane hurt? And then I'm like, who's it? Fabian Duff kind of ended up on him. I couldn't really tell live. He kind of ended up on him out of bounds. And then I was like, he was kind of on the ground, and then all of a sudden you see him going into the locker room. I was like, geez, what the heck just happened? And kind of getting helped out into the locker room. So
I was foot in a boot or something.
Yeah, so he's hurt. Pochettino said he might end up missing the rest of the season. Yeah, it was on his ankle. Pochettino was mad at Fabian Delph about it too, but you could tell he didn't mean to do it. Yeah. What in the world does that say? Lucas came on for Harry Kane, 58th minute. 59th minute, there was a yellow card on Riyad Mahrez on Lucas. Lucas was kind of doing his thing. Ederson got hurt a little bit before that too.
Oh, really?
Neck tattoo. And he was limping around as well. Damn. And honestly, he was limping around for the rest of the game. 67th minute, Tottenham is getting the calls. Anybody watching that game, Tottenham was getting the calls. 71st minute, Gabriel Jesus came on for Kun Aguero. I don't know about Gabriel Jesus a little bit. I need to watch him a little bit more, but I'm just kind of there's something. Maybe it's because Kun Aguero's so good. Gabriel Jesus is definitely a drop off from him, but we'll see about that guy.
I mean, let's keep it real about Gabriel Jesus though. I mean, he came into City about I think almost coming up on 3 years now, 2.5 years,
something like that.
And he keeps playing that weird substitution second striker role with Coon. I'm like, last year, how are you really this is a guy who definitely should be a prime player for a team.
Well, last year he was getting some starts over because Kun Aguero.
Well, actually, because Coon was injured.
No, but he was getting some starts over Coon last year too, and he did well last year. Here's the thing.
I don't really think that going EPL kind of helped him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And it's such a stacked team. Well, here's the thing about Gabriel Jesus. This is what I question with him. He's gritty. He's a grinder. But as far as playing a center forward, I feel like he doesn't really have that that moxie really, that thing that a center forward. So something that Luis Suarez has. Even Luis Suarez doesn't look athletically right now at his prime. But when you watch him, he can do a lot of stuff and he's clever.
Swag ragu.
Yeah, and something like Gabriel. There was one play where he was
he gets really stiff sometimes. He looks really stiff, right? I noticed that in that tournament in the World Cup. It's they were feeding him the ball. I'm you just don't seem to have that. You can't just go. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that twitch like that. Is it fast twitch muscle that he just can't get off?
And just getting in those right spots a lot. But maybe this is I'm probably being a little bit harsh on him. But there was one play where he had a run, and I'm just oh my God, just get on the other side of that defender. He's making this run. It's if the ball ended up getting intercepted by the defender, but I'm if the ball was going to get to you, it would end up out of bounds. You had to get on the other side of the defender. You weren't going to be able to have a shooting opportunity, but just kind of the spacing on the field as a center forward, because you don't play with a lot of space in front of you as a center forward. So you have to be really clever where to get those spots and to get the ball. But anyway, he came in and he didn't really perform that well. 78th minute, It was a great goal by Son. It looked like the ball went out at first, but it didn't. Was his arm offside when he made the initial run? Yes. Technically, he was offside. I don't know if they went to VAR or what, but I think they actually did go to VAR, but I was like, if it's the upper body, like, you got to say he's offsides, but whatever. Like for me, I wouldn't call those things offsides, but like the rules,
I think the arm makes you offsides, but I would feel like it should be your foot placement and your legs,
or your body.
Yeah, your body's important,
or at least like your head.
Like, hey, your arm's off the line.
Yeah, but it was like his shoulder kind of and his arm, but whatever. It stood. It was a really good goal. It was funny because I just put, like, he plays so similar to CR7, like it's
crazy,
like,
right?
It's crazy, and he's another one. I'm like,
probably watched him a lot as younger.
Yeah, and he's another one. It's like, why don't they talk about him as a replacement? Like, he plays
when I watch him,
like
it's crazy that he like even kind of runs like him. You see his back; it's like very like
he plays exactly.
Crazy,
he looks exactly like him.
He really does look like him out there.
Yeah, like a lot, and he's fast, and he shoot well with both feet.
I have no idea why they don't talk about him. It's mind blowing to me.
We're the only ones. In the 83rd minute, I did put that City looked deflated. 89th minute, Pep Guardiola brought on KDB and Sane for Mahrez and David Silva. I was like, that's really weird, so late. What the heck does that say? Oh, in the 90th minute. Oh, this was really whack. In the 90th minute, some idiot comes on the field when, like, City's kind of, like, attacking a little bit, and some idiot runs on the field, some fan runs on the field and, like, stops the flow of the game.
Oh,
I was like, that's really whack, dude. I'm like, dude, like, can
that's
somebody
cheap.
Investigate Tottenham for that?
That's honestly, like, that's not cool at all.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's
somebody at the end of the game where, like, I think City had actually passed the ball back, but there was, like, some momentum for City at that moment in the 90th minute, and some dude runs on the field. I'm like, yo, like, I don't know about that. Like, somebody needs to question that guy and put a little pressure on him to see, like, hey, did they tell you to do that? Yeah, you feel me? I was like, that's really whack, dog.
No, that's really... No, it can't be like that.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like... I remember that happened in the Champions League final last year, too. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. When Ronaldo was, like, trying to score hella bad because he hadn't scored, and then some dude runs on the field, and you can see how mad Ronaldo was. But, yeah, Tottenham ends up winning 1-0. The game was honestly...
Was it Tottenham home? Yeah, home.
Yes. The game was kind of boring, honestly. I saw some article or something like that asking, it was saying that Pep hasn't won in an away game in the knockout stages for however long, or in the quarterfinal for however long.
Yeah, since Barcelona days.
Something like that. And they said, is Pep overthinking? And honestly, like, that's how I felt when I saw the starting lineup. Like, he started Fernandinho and Gundogan, and it's like, I thought that maybe KDB was hurt, but he came off the bench at like the 89th minute. I'm like, dude, you're playing Tottenham. Tottenham's not that great. Yeah, and then Harry Kane went off in the 55th minute. Like, bring somebody on then so you can, like, start attacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me it seems like the overthink thing is fair, especially in a situation where you're down 1-0 and it's an away game. It's like, are you trying to strategize to just hold out the away game and
you're
go
Manchester
home?
City? Like,
but the issue is also, like, well, you do know that if, like, they just drop one goal at your crib, that's basically like 2 goals are dropped in.
Like,
it's almost
you
like
got to score 3
like,
goals. If they get 1 goal, you got to score 3.
The best thing to do is to score an away goal.
My thing is, like, here's the thing. This is how I felt, honestly, when I saw that article. I didn't read the article.
Yeah.
I'm like, coaches got to realize, like, you don't win the game as a coach. It's not you. Your job is to put the best players on the field in their best position. Yeah. Put your best players in their best position. When you don't have that option, put the next best player in his next... You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
And it's like, you're putting... I mean, maybe you didn't have another left back. You got to put Fabian Delph. Maybe that's the case.
But even though he puts Fabian Delph in the left back a lot.
Yes, sometimes. But I'm like, you know, this is the quarterfinals of Champions League.
Who was he going to put?
I don't know. But I feel like the Gundogan and Fernandinho thing, I'm like, yo, like, put in your guys that can score goals for real. Play a 4-3-3. Put KDB in there. Put and then if it gets and then if it gets late, another person they were missing, Bernardo Silva, was hurt.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a baller, and he's kind of been, like, in my opinion. Obviously, I haven't watched every game, but, like, if you're gonna put Raheem Sterling or, like, Kun Aguero as, like, the MVPs for a City, like,
honorable mention.
Bernardo Silva's like the underrated honorable mention kind of dude. Like he's really getting.
He's definitely probably one of the third best on the team.
Yeah, but on some level you could say he's been like the key for them. But yeah, like is Pep overthinking?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
You got a team with like De Bruyne and all that. Like, what are you doing out
You
here?
gotta put those guys out there.
It's kind of weird.
These are your magic.
It's kind of really weird.
Yeah, it's like don't overthink it. Yeah. Like and for me, I was like when Harry Kane gets hurt, then you got like their goal scorer guy. Obviously, Son's a goal scorer too, but like he only has a few goals this year. Harry Kane is like the guy, and honestly, like Harry Kane is really good at like this dude is really good at picking out passes. I'm like, damn dog, like that your passing ability is like perfect, dude. Like when he gets that ball with his back to the goal, and he turns around, like he picks it out very well. It's like funny to see. Like
he's like a center.
It's like he really is a 10 more than a 9. Actually,
it's weird, huh?
Yeah.
You can kind of see it like that's when you talk about. So you can kind of tell too with him. Like you can tell like how his movements are and how he like reads the game. Versus like someone who's like Jesus out there who seems very like, oh, I'm doing this. You know what I mean?
But yeah. Anyway, Pep overthought it, I think, and
I can see that.
We'll see what happens with City at home. I mean, obviously they play very well at home, and they're a really good team. They've played the best football I've seen this season.
It'd be really disappointed if they don't make it again. That's really
and especially going out to another EPL team again.
I mean, like, hey, Pep, what's going on here?
Yeah,
man?
and I do think they're going to win the league, honestly. I don't think Liverpool's going to win the league. I think City's going to end up winning the league again, and it'll be very whack to win the league again, and you went out to a EPL, especially Tottenham, because, yeah, whatever. Anyway, go ahead. You got...
I had Ajax versus Juventus. I mean, Bleep
FC of Torino.
Bleep FC of Torino. Immediately before the game even started, right as they're walking out, I'm gonna do the first quote from a commentator. My favorite part of the show.
Oh no!
Really worries me that Ronaldo's 34 years old.
What? That's what he said?
Yeah.
It really worries me that Ronaldo's 34. He wasn't talking about his thigh injury?
No, he 30. I think he was associating everything. He's 34. He had thigh injury, so we don't really know what to expect from him today. I'm like, look, let me tell you something right now. If anything we've seen from Bleep and his entire career is that man comes and he doesn't just like barely try. Yeah. You watch the Euro final, that man tries. There's nothing that he doesn't come out there at 2%. In the Brazil World Cup, he was out there.
He had a messed up knee.
He was battling.
He had that assist at the end of the game against USA to tie it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It really sucks that he has so many haters. Like
it's really kind of annoying.
It's really extra.
Like, why are we doing this?
Like,
meanwhile, they want to talk about Messi like he's the golden child. Like, why are we doing this? Why can't it be both ways? I
got some great praise for Messi.
5 minutes in the game, so rough. Oh my god. It was so many missed passes. There was so many throw-ins in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, did we actually really warm up, or were we just like chilling in the locker room, like playing FIFA? Like, what was going on? So many bad passes. I'm like, you would think this is an MLS match right now,
like an EPL game.
Yeah, like a ball would come. Chesney was kicking the ball out of bounds, and then they'd get it back in, and then Joao Cancelo was trying to cross the ball, and it curved all the way around Sandro out of bounds. I'm like, what's really going on right now? Also, shout out Ajax fans booing the hell out of Bonucci every time he touched the ball because of Keane. Like every time he touched the ball, the whistles were crazy. It was hilarious. Nice. And then actually the commentator was saying that what he said was stupid, and he's gonna regret that for the rest of his career. He's
definitely not gonna regret that.
No, it's gonna be 2 weeks.
He doesn't even regret it anymore. He celebrated with Keane last week. Chill out with
forcing
that.
It too.
Well, he
came to him.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you do. The guy scores a goal, you run over to him.
Yeah, well, you know,
he was turned up. Forget that regret stuff.
He knew. Well, you knew the kid had no opportunity to turn down the celebration.
No, but you know what? I'm glad you said that because that's going to tie into what we're going to talk about later.
Okay, thanks for bringing it up. 12-minute mark, a nice give and go by one of my favorite players in Champions League this year, the Ziyech from I don't know how to say his name. Ziyech or Hisham from Ajax. He's such a baller, and I was like, off top, he's better than Dybala. He's so much better. Dybala didn't even start today off the bench again.
Ooh.
Matuidi was in. It was a really interesting lineup, and Bernardeschi. My big complaint was too many. I wrote this in the 20-minute mark. Too many left footers out here. Too many. Not only did Ajax have their up 3 guys as Tadic, Zayek, and Neres, all lefties. And then Juve side, a whole bunch of lefties too.
Who?
Matuidi was in the game. Dybala came in the game. Bernardeschi was in the game. Douglas Costa was in the game.
Chiellini?
Huh?
Was Chiellini starting?
No, he's out. Okay, it was Rugani and Bonici in the back.
Yeah, because Chiellini is left-footed too.
So surrounding Ronaldo at one point, it was Douglas Costa, Dybala, and Bernardeschi.
I'm annoyed.
3 lefties around him.
The whole game is going.
It was weird.
Ronaldo's like, guys,
yeah, Ronaldo,
get away. Ronaldo's like, get away from me.
You mean bleep?
My bad.
It's all good. I was like, you know what? I wrote here, Ajax is a good team. I don't care if they lose 7-0 this game. They earned my respect. They really did. This watching them, I think this is my 3rd time in Champions League especially. They earned my respect. They came in this game, they started the same way they started Real Madrid. Attacking, pressure, and they all do it without a 9. It's just a bunch of creative players.
Tadic isn't a 9?
No, Tadic is a 9. He's like a cam. They're all running around, making things happen, making a mess. And it honestly, I think defensively, it makes it a little worse because it's not very like organized. It's very chaotic. And at any moment, it's really cool because when they're attacking, there's so much little give and goes in the box they do. It's like very street soccer style, and it's probably really infuriating for defenders because one person has the ball, another guy's making a run. They just kept like going offsides and coming back in and making these random backdoor cuts. It was a lot of fun to watch them. They're really fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. 28-minute mark, Bernardeschi being super left-footed, running up the right side. Ronaldo right in the middle, ready for a tap-in pass. Bernardeschi just couldn't turn that hip to the right. He doesn't know how to shift that hip. Ball rolled right out of bounds on a wide-open counter attack. It would have been beautiful. But Ronaldo was losing his mind. Bleep, I'm doing this terrible censorship. I wrote that, like I said. I think that's what makes them good. All these cams kind of really good at being creative, and it caused a lot of havoc for them.
Sadly, I haven't seen them play all season.
You actually really, really enjoyed it. They're a pretty cool team to watch. Yeah. Juve, but also on account of, because I wanted to also give shout out to Bleep, is that they're still showing how solid of a team they are defensively. Like, even though that's happening, even though there's a lot of chaos, they're probably the best rotation team in the world. Like when things are happening on one side, it's great to watch how players lift and drag and like cover spots and come over and do a lot of coverage. They do a great job of that. Especially shout out Matuidi. Matuidi was balling today. Big shout out to Matuidi. He played amazing. He's like basically playing a left wing, center mid.
As he does.
He was doing so good out there. I love the hustle.
It was his birthday a couple days ago. He turned 32.
45 minutes and 34 seconds. Ronaldo Bleep does an incredible play. Literally gets the ball in the middle, passes it wide, does a FIFA run up the middle around the defender, goes in front and does a diving header right before the referee's about to blow the whistles. I watched it, I was like, oh my god, like, look at this, man.
Shout out to Onana for getting a hand on it, though.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, mad respect. Cause that it's okay if that even goes unclean.
Yeah.
He put fingertips on it. That's respect. I can give you some respect. You know what? You're real. You gotta show real for that. You gotta show love, a little love for that. Cause I'm like, I would have just done this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then yell at my defenders.
Yeah, but like.
Great pass by was a Cancelo too, huh?
Cancelo.
Portuguese
connection. Pretty good. He's super fast, low key.
Portugal to Africa connection there.
Yeah. Fair.
I took his pass away, but
so that was the goals. 1-0 in the first half.
Right
Second half, 30 seconds into the match, Neres with the stunner. Runs up the left side. Everything's kind of lethargic. No one's really going on. And then all of a sudden, he gets the ball, runs from his left, and I thought it almost looked like he didn't mean to do it. Exactly. And then I watched the replay. He did mean to do it.
It was crazy because the whole time you kind of think he's going to end up passing it. He just like keeps going. And I think the defenders thought he's going to pass it. And they're just like, oh, wait,
because
he's going.
Honestly, what kind of the Achilles heel of Ajax is that when they get up to the end, like to the box, they do a lot of passing.
Yeah.
Because they're not nines and there's no one in there just being a rock. There's a lot of passing going on. But he's the only one that really holds that ball a little longer than everybody else. If he holds the ball, the Zayek dude just shoots it from wherever the planet he is. He just rips it. Like he'll do your 3-pointers all the time. He'll be shooting it. One time he shot it. It curved so hard it went to a throw in. He just shoots it. He walks off like, Like all good. I'm like that's a real striker because he forgot about it. He already moved on. That's already the last play. I'm gonna shoot it again. Yeah. So
what minute was that?
46, not even 46, like 45, 30 something. It was like, so basically there was seconds in between goals, but it was a whole half.
Yeah, that's right.
It was crazy. Yeah, scored it with his right foot. Never seen him use his right foot in my life. That's what I wrote. Also, big shout out Tagliafico. Tagliafico's putting in work this game, putting in work. He shot at the 48-minute mark a heater. Like, when he shot that, I think everybody's like, whoa. And it's cool because the guy said that in a recent paper we were talking about him as a player, and he's like, oh, I'm regular. I was like, that's cute, but he was balling out. He's really good.
He's a very good player.
He also got a yellow card, though, will not be in the next match, which I think is really big. He's a really good player.
He is.
They're going to miss him.
Somebody's got to buy him. He'll probably end up going to freaking Barcelona.
Yeah, probably. I hope not, though. I know he'd be really good to replace Jordi Alba.
Oh, he's a left back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
He's really good.
They'd be talking about getting Jordi Alba out of there, too.
I don't know why. He's insane.
I don't know why
he's
either.
Insanely good. Like, he's...
yeah, it's annoying, but yeah.
51... I know. I hate giving credit, but that's the truth with it. I'll admit it. 51 in minute mark. There was a VAR on a cross for Juve. It should have definitely been a penalty. They didn't call it. The referee was listening to the whistle, listening to the mic, walked off like it was nothing. Rugani was going in for an open pass towards the goal. Literally got tripped in the box, and they did a review and everything, and they kept going and playing. He was like, and the ref was listening to VR and didn't call it. Even the commentator was like, what? Like, everybody, it's just, I literally wrote, VR is a waste. What's even the point, man? If we're going to review calls and not get them right, what was even the point of all this?
Was somebody offsides or something?
No, it was perfect. It was a cross. It was so bad. VR is the biggest joke I've ever seen in soccer. Some 19-year-old came in the game for Ajax. It was like he's only played 18 minutes in a senior level. I was like, damn, how do you think Huntelaar feels? Like, geez, dog, why are you putting this kid in? The kid had an opportunity to score, didn't. Also, there was a counterattack going, and on a free run, he grabbed Ronaldo and pulled him to the ground, and the ref only called an advantage. The advantage goes through and up. Ronaldo literally the whole time was just staring at him. Ooh. It was really random too because Ronaldo didn't even have the ball. He was away from the play, running around, and this kid goes and picks Ronaldo and throws and like drags him down.
Horse collar?
Yeah, pretty much almost TO like, except it was shoulders.
Did the guy get a yellow card?
He got a yellow, but I'm like, yo, like,
I don't think that's
cool, dude.
Honestly, like,
don't be doing that.
Honestly, like, I think we talked about this before about like horse collar fouls in soccer. Like, I honestly, like, I would not be opposed to those being automatic reds. Honestly, just like how they
did it twice this game. They also did it earlier. No, a Juve player did it to David Neres. It was Pjanic. David Neres was about to just explode on you. You know Pjanic has no legs. About to explode on him. He just grabbed the Neres to stop. But he just grabbed and stopped him.
Yeah.
This one was a grabbing. He like pulled him to the ground.
I don't like that.
I'm like, dog, what if he tore his ACL there?
That like, honestly, like,
broke his leg.
If you pull somebody and you like pull them back, like actually pull them back, and they fall.
Yo, on the play, all you see is around the ground. I'm like, yo, if he's on the ground, that should be just a straight red. That's not fair.
And, like, because you can grab their arm, you can grab their jersey, whatever.
Grab a jersey.
Yeah, like whatever. Like, like yellow card. But like, if you grab their body and pull them down, like, I'm
that's
like,
not cool,
that's not cool.
It's really dangerous.
It's
if
very
you're talking
dangerous.
about keeping the safety of players, it's really dangerous.
No, that's very whack. Yeah.
I didn't like that play at all. And then another part, the ball went out of bounds. Ronaldo wants the ball from the ball boy. Ball boy rolls it slowly to Ronaldo on the ground.
Ooh.
Ronaldo gave him the hood stare of the century. It was just. I was like, hey man, someone protect your kid. That was scary. The kid's just like chewing gum, like not looking at him, like
you might get that Westbrook treatment.
85-minute mark. Well, actually for a while now, I'm bumping this. I wrote Douglas Costa must be salty about everybody talking about Neres because he's doing ridiculous in this game. He came in the game. It was like start off a little slow. Then he just started to put all the moves on everybody. Everybody got the sauce that day. He had 2 nutmegs. He had the little Ronaldinho, the elastico. He did elastico. He did a play where he like went from the circle in the midfield all the way up the left, past 3 people, and then did a lob to the goalie. I'm like, good Jesus Christ. But, yeah, he was like, I don't like this nettish stuff. Y'all forgot who the OG was.
Don't ever forget when Willian tried to do that elastico on Cavani, and Cavani ate that elastico like it was nothing. Slapped that afro off of Willian's head after that. I'm joking.
Literally none of that happened.
Well, no, he did eat that elastico, though. He did.
Why did you bring that up?
Because
That's nothing to do with
I know,
that's
but
a Chelsea versus PSG
whenever
situation.
I think of an elastico, I think of when Willian tried to do that elastico against Cavani, and Cavani ate that up and then elbowed him in the
Cavani
head.
at now?
Elbowed him in the head in Willian's afro.
That's not true. That's not true. Anyways, so yeah, the game is 1-1. Did I not write it down?
What?
Did I not mention the goal by?
No, you talk about Netta's goal.
Okay, yeah. So game is 1-1. It was a home game for Ajax, so the next game is going to be away at Juve. Juve is basically up in a great position right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Dybala came into the game late. And the 91st minute, Khedira came in the game, and it was pretty much it.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think Juve is gonna advance. To be honest with you, I like Ajax a lot. Even I'm gonna be real. Even if Ajax advances, I'm not opposed to it because they're a lot of fun to watch.
Honestly,
they didn't make the game boring. They're a lot of fun. They pass really great. Oh yeah, another thing I wrote. I said that I also think that they're a great team because as a team in general, if you go from top to bottom, pretty much 90% of that lineup is great with the ball and great at passing. And you don't always see that. You see a lot of players that are limited in skill sets, even on the highest teams.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it looks like they have 10 midfielders on the field. No one looks uncomfortable with the ball ever. I'm gonna say it again. What? I don't understand the De Jong thing. I just don't get it. Like to me, he's gonna be like Andre Gomez. Like it's just not that serious. On that team in those games, I see so many people doing way more than him and playing way better. If anything, once again, that center back they have, he's a baller. Oh my god!
Oh, I
that 18-year-old who's super big. He's a baller.
They're talking about him going to Real Madrid, maybe.
You know who he'd really good with? He'd be really good on Liverpool next to Van Dijk. Oh my god!
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard Thomas Roggen talking about that.
He'd be stupid nasty next to him.
I think that Juve should rest Ronaldo in the game this weekend.
In the cultural game?
Yeah. They're playing Spal away.
It's okay.
I'm like, just let Ronaldo stay home.
Spal's a crazy team name. Yeah, but let him race.
Yeah. So, because you don't want to risk anything because he is coming off an injury.
Yeah.
And he performed in this game.
He did.
Yeah.
Scored 125th Champions League goal.
Let me write. I wrote this down too. Caesar. In the Champions League quarterfinals, semifinal, and finals goals, second place is Messi with 16 goals in quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Ronaldo is first. I want you to guess how many he has.
38.
41.
Jesus Christ.
I'm mad that you guessed that high because I would never be like, okay, if he has 16, I would think he has...
I've seen this stat before.
Whatever.
Back when I was like 38, though.
I'm like, you got 41 to 16?
That's insane. Someone's more than double yours?
Tell me nothing.
You think Ronaldo bumps that?
No. All right.
He will.
Maybe. You're not allowed to play music in the Juve locker room, apparently. At least that's what Danny Alves said.
You know, they played the old lady.
Okay. Man U versus Barcelona. What's up?
You eating?
Yeah, but
no. Can we just do no?
These are low quats, by the way, from a tree down the street.
Not high quats, low ones.
Exactly, from a tree down the street. Man U versus Barcelona. Not excited.
I was excited for that game. It was
really
cool.
Whatever. Okay, so in the beginning of the game, I want to see Coutinho perform. That's what I wanted to see. I was like, I want to see Coutinho, dude. Like, I want to see this guy. He used to be balling out for Liverpool. He was a superstar for Liverpool. I want to see Coutinho. I did not. Third minute.
Did Pogba play?
Who?
Pogba?
Oh, he was out there doing his thing.
I didn't get to see him last game, that's why.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Third minute should have been a yellow card on Busquets. Ridiculous he didn't get a yellow card. Fifth minute should have been a yellow card on Ashley Young. Ridiculous he didn't get a yellow card. I got so much to say about this ref. 10th minute, I put Barcelona's looking great. 12th minute, goals called offside for Barca, but he was definitely on. 13th, it goes to VAR, gets counted as a goal. It was a header by Suarez. It was a really amazing assist by Messi. I want to say that, like, I would love to be able to say he did not really see him and he just blindly crossed it, because half the crosses in soccer are blind and they go to nobody.
Okay.
But I'm
Attack.
like, it's true.
It's not true.
Caesar, they just be
I'm not
crossing.
doing that. No, they don't.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, how come
maybe Benjamin Mendy does.
how come half of them never amount to anything then?
Okay,
more than half, actually.
Because it's a 50-50 ball every time.
All
so if you're saying it's half of them, then it's 50-50.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. But Messi definitely like looked up, and I don't know how the hell he like saw through everybody and saw Suarez over there, picked him out perfectly on like a kind of a chipped cross. Suarez headed it. It looked like he might have been trying to head it as a cross actually, but it ended up going off of Luke Shaw's arm into the goal. It ended up counting as an own goal. That was in the 13th minute. 17th minute, Busquets got a yellow card. He's so slow. I think like Pogba like got the ball off of him, and it was like Busquets could have easily just kind of run around him and got in front of him, because Pogba hadn't really got his legs yet, and he just decided to just hold him. I was like, what are you doing, dog?
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work to do all that.
Pogba, there was a few times where there were like free kicks in good spaces, and I don't know why Rashford and Fred took all. Well, Fred took one that was on the left side.
They like Rashford as a
right.
free kick taker.
But I was like, dude, let Pogba take that.
He used to make some nasty ones.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, there was one of them that was kind of far away. I was
Pogba
like,
got
dog.
that foot too.
I was like, dog, like you gotta let. I'm like seeing him in the line. I'm like, what's going on here? Anyway, 20th minute, Luke Shaw got a yellow out for the next leg.
Ooh,
that's big.
Chubby boy.
Yeah, but Luke Shaw's a baller.
He is a baller. Be eating too.
I put I really like Artur. Baller.
He's a baller, right? I like him a lot.
I like
too.
him a lot.
I like him a lot
in that midfield.
Yeah.
And Ashley Young is so bad.
29th. Ashley Young is only there for the turn up.
Ashley Young is really bad, dude. 29th minute should have been a penalty on PK. He fouled. I think it was McTominay I think it was McTominay. He fouled him in the box. I don't know what happened. They didn't go to VAR or anything. I'm like, McTominay kind of like fell kind of elaborately or whatever, but I'm like, he still got fouled in the box. Like, PK did not get the ball, but whatever. 29th minute, Smalling came through Messi on the back and kind of like caught him in the nose, and Messi was bleeding. I couldn't tell if it was his eye or his nose at first.
It looked like his nose on the
Yeah, no, it was. It ended up being his nose. And like after that, I was just like, Messi's really a goon, dog. Like he just went out there, just like wiped it and kept on thugging it out. Like he didn't even look like complaining or nothing. Like he didn't sell it. I'm like, this dude's really a goon on the low.
Yeah.
Like
on the low though.
Yeah, like on
it's
the
only because his fan base is the opposite, but he is a good
like
player.
on the low. Like this dude is like a freaking like tank out there, and he like
taking hits. He's a small guy too.
Like exactly.
Kind of reminds me like D Wade kind of, just getting hit and get up all the time, always getting them fouls.
I don't know about D Wade, but
you remember that, right?
I don't know, but like the only time he ever really like you can tell like when it actually hurts. Like he'll be like like when it actually hurts, but like this dude got rocked. He's like dripping blood, and he's just like, let's get it cracking. He still had a blood smear on his face the whole game.
Probably done pretty well. Licked it with.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know if he's a sociopath. Yeah, I don't know if he's a sociopath or just a goon. I'm not sure.
It might be part of his haka or something.
You feel me? Okay, Caesar. Here's a question. Actually, who do you? It seems like Real Madrid's getting Eden Hazard next season. It seems like that's the case. Who do you think would actually be the better signing for Real Madrid? Eden Hazard of Belgium, or
of Belgium? I didn't know.
Or Paul Pogba?
I'm gonna give her. I think it's still Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because look, you can't. If anybody's wanted Pogba and Real Madrid, it's been your boy. I've wanted that forever. When they had the sweepstakes going between Juve and Man U, that's why I wanted them to pick. I wanted them to Real Madrid. I've been wanting them to get rid of Cruz for the longest and get Pogba for the longest. But if we're talking about an immediate address, I don't think necessarily Real Madrid's midfield's in crisis mode right now.
Facts.
So I think that the real issue right now is just addressing the hole in the left wing. But I'll say that's contrary. it better be the Hazard that was dropping more than 20 goals, not the 6-goal Hazard.
Okay.
You better come out here scoring some goals, buddy. Don't be doing Don't be doing that weird stuff you're doing that one year.
Yeah.
But you were still making highlights happen.
That Tottenham highlight.
Remember, I'm like, how did you do that year? Look, you didn't want to play at all.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I think so personally.
I agree too, but like it's hard to say because Eden Hazard's 28. Paul Pogba was a few years younger than him, and like Paul Pogba seems like they need to address a goal scoring winger. Like they need to address that for sure. But then there's a part of me that's like, but like Paul Pogba, like his skill set's going to be there for like a long time.
Paul Pogba, literally in that system, it couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, in any system, honestly.
Yeah, I know. He's incredible, and you don't ever want to pass up on a talent like that. Let's keep it real too. Like you said it yourself before, there's a plethora of wingers in the world. Wingers are in abundance, but you don't get Pogbas all the time.
No,
Pogbas don't happen every day.
No,
guys with that size don't ever come with that. He has that size, but it's a soft touch.
He's got everything.
What he doesn't have in speed is that he knows how to manage his speed. He knows how to pick up his pace. He has a good awareness. You know what I'm saying?
He knows how to use his body.
Yeah, so you know how like when you watch football and like. There's the
defensive receiver.
End. Defensive end is coming from the backside to hit a quarterback, but the quarterback always throws at the right time. Like he can feel in the air.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like he has that aura. Like he knows what's going on around him. He knows how to distribute the ball. He's
very good at using his body and his size. And it's just like
the thing is like if you were I'm saying Hazard right now. It's sitting this answering the question, but I could be persuaded otherwise. Yeah. Like I could literally be like you could literally break down and be but look like. Kroos is this. Imagine a midfield with Isco and Pogba.
And honestly, I feel like you keep Modric there too.
Yeah,
keep Modric. You have Pogba.
If you just literally have Pogba in the middle as a staple, and you just have Casemiro, whatever.
But as a CDM though, you need a CDM.
I'm saying you fit Pogba there, and you just have like sometimes Zidane like to put Kroos on Isco on a leftish.
Yeah, kind of as a forward position.
Yeah. Imagine Modric and all those guys running around with Pogba. That's ridiculous. That's kind of really ridiculous.
Yeah. But the problem with Real Madrid is they do need a goal scorer.
They do. That's what's kind of needed right now.
Yeah, exactly. But, if they could get Raheem Sterling, no, I'm joking.
You can get Mbappe.
Or that. I put after that, after I wrote that question down, I put Coutinho's playing with no real presence, and his first touch has been poor.
I saw your tweet. Has his touch always been this bad?
Okay, I got more. 54th minute, I put that Man U's playing better and more aggressive. I guess we went into the second half at some point. There were some times where it was just like going kind of back and forth, but not a whole lot was happening.
Happened to in the Liverpool.
Yeah, there just kind of wasn't anything to write down.
I blame EPO.
54th minute, 54th minute, I put like coming into the second half, Man U was playing really aggressive, like trying to get after it. Right after that, I put that Coutinho's first touch has been so bad.
Is that your last Coutinho note?
No.
Okay, let me know because I want to mention somebody too.
I got one in a second. And then after that, I put that. And I've said this before. Semedo is so underrated.
He is.
It's almost sad that he's at Barcelona because he's never going to get his shine there. But this dude is just
excellent
he's so good.
He's literally excellent.
Yeah, like you can't ask for much more. Like he's everything that Serge Aurier couldn't be.
Yeah,
like
Serge, you would imagine it. Aurier should be as well.
Yeah, like Serge Aurier could have been that, and like Semedo is just like a great defender. Is very comfortable going forward, and will pass the ball with his left foot.
It's funny because you know what I like about Semedo? He's very comfortable going forward, but he doesn't just do it.
No.
He's like very disciplined.
Yeah,
like he's probably very coachable. Like you just tell him what to do. He's over there like all right,
do it.
Play my role.
He's like Neymar's ducking the fade.
He did steal on him.
He hood push.
Hood push still.
64th minute, I put another bad Coutinho first touch, and that was my last one. Because he goes out in the 65th minute.
When you were just saying, like, what's up with Coutinho in Barcelona, I always thought that at Liverpool, when Coutinho was shining, what position was Coutinho playing?
Left wing.
Not really. He was kind of really playing a lot deep, a lot more cam and from the middle. When I watched the seasons with him, Luis Suarez, and Sturridge,
I'm not talking about Suarez time. I'm talking about after Suarez.
I know. I'm even in saying that he does. Yes, I know he always comes from the left and goes to the right, but he is very much like creating everything from that kind of middle-ish area, middle left side. And if anything, I don't see him as like a true winger because.
Well, no, he's not a true. No, you're right. He's not a true winger. No,
because
for sure.
Brazil, when Neymar went down the first time for whatever random knee attack to the back he had conveniently during the tournament finals, playoff settings, they had Coutinho step up in that role. Everybody's saying, is this going to be him? Is this his time? And they put him in and where he only was being a left wing. He just doesn't.
He's not a left wing.
He just doesn't do it.
You know why? Because he can't attack players.
No,
he can't attack.
That's why I think he's. I mean, I think he can attack a defender.
No, he cannot.
But I don't think he has that slash move from the left.
No, he cannot attack a defender.
That's why I always kind of seen him more of like a left middle kind of area, coming in deeper, and he likes seeing in front of him and like going on what's going in front of him. When you just have him in a role where all he does is turn and see just the goal, I don't really. You would think it works great because he's very good at making that shot from the right side. That's like literally all he does is that right curve shot. But, it just doesn't seem to translate.
Honestly, dog, it takes a lot to watch a game and notice that a player's having a bad first touch. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking at the player's first touch, but if you have consistently, they're consistently popping up on you, and there was a couple times it's like, this pass, you need to control it. And then you can, distribute.
It's true.
At this point, when it's popping up on you, you ruin the play, literally.
I agree.
And you're stopping the ball a lot too. And I'm like, dog, that's lame. You play for Barcelona, dog.
We're in Barcelona, homie.
You can't be stopping that ball,
Barcelona,
dog.
homie.
I remember the Real Madrid.
We're in Barcelona, homie.
I remember Real Madrid fans were getting on Gareth Bale because he was stopping the ball a lot. Yeah. Dog,
we're Barcelona.
This is Barcelona. You cannot be the pass coming to you and you stopping it all the time. Yeah. He didn't do it all the time, but it was a poor game. It was noticeable. Yeah, it was so many passes popping up on him. I'm like, dog, come on, yo, get it together. I remember one game. I forgot when this was, but it was Balotelli. It might have been the hit when he came back for Italy at some point. It might have been, or it might have been for Nice. I can't remember. He's in the game and I want to say two balls popped up on him and you could tell he was shit, okay. And then after that he was just stopping the ball and then distributing it. And then after that he got his control back because obviously I think Balotelli is one of the best controllers of passes. But a couple popped up, so he adjusted to just okay, let me just make sure I'm gonna get the pass and not pop up. I'm gonna stop it.
Because sometimes a big mistake players make is they're always thinking about the next move.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not thinking about the control and touch.
Anybody
it's
can
human,
have every player has passes pop up on them sometimes. Yeah. I've seen Messi a pass pop up on a million times. But when it's 4 or 5 times, come on, yo. And it was really dope to see Balotelli. You could almost tell yo, okay, the ball popped up 2 times. Let me just make sure it don't happen. I'm gonna stop it.
And then later, himself.
Yeah, exactly. And later on, he got his control back. Anyway, Coutinho went off in the 65th minute for Vidal, and also Sergio Roberto came on for Artur. In the 68th minute, Anthony Martial came on for Lukaku.
Who? Martial?
Yeah. 70th minute, Pogba. Pogba won a free kick. And I was like, why isn't he taking it? And Rashford skied it like crazy.
I feel like he does that a lot.
I've seen him score 1.
I've seen him score a couple of those, but still, it's not even against Rashford. It's just I've seen
a good free kick taker.
Yeah, I remember him have some wild free kicks.
Yeah, I'm yo, come on, dog. Yeah. 71st minute, Vidal got a yellow card. He literally did not touch Fred and got a yellow card. He literally did not touch him, and the ref gave him a yellow card.
Guilty by association.
Basically. 74th minute, Lingard came on for Dalot, the young Portuguese baller.
Well, how's he playing?
He was decent. Yeah. Barcelona had a lot of possession, and there were some times, especially at the end of the game, I feel like they had the ball for 4 minutes straight. There was some times where Barcelona's dominating the ball, so it wasn't easy for Man U players it was spurts where they had it, and then in the beginning of the second half they were kind of going hard. Man U has faster players and more active players than Barcelona, but it's Barcelona. 76 minute, Lingard got a yellow card, and it should not have been. And I was like, this Italian ref sucks, literally. And I was saying that before too. I was like, this ref is kind of really garbage. 84th minute. Oh, it's a great defensive play by PK, but it ended up being a corner. I was like, oh man, what if they score off that? But they didn't. 86th minute was a yellow card on Smalling. Should not have been a yellow card. Ref is garbage, I put. And then from the 89th minute to the 93rd minute, Barcelona just kept possession the whole time and ended up being 1-0. Man, you didn't look terrible this game. They had some decent chances. Dalot actually had a free header where it was I guess he thought about it too much. He's like calling for the ball. I think Ashley Young got it to him as well. I think it was Ashley Young. Got it to him like right perfectly, and he just like took it way out. I'm like, dog, just head it down or where head it anywhere except for this way.
My coach would say, just point your head towards the goal.
Yeah, exactly. It was. You can tell he's like not good at headers. But I think Barcelona's going to take it back to Camp Nou and probably destroy them.
Think they get throttled?
Yeah.
What if they don't, though? That'd be crazy.
I mean, that'd be crazy if Man U does it again like that. But like, Barcelona is definitely the better team. Man U had some chances, but like, Barcelona's just better than them. But I felt like that with PSG too, and look what happened. But anyway, I guess next week we will hopefully be talking about these games. Where are you going? Hopefully be talking about these games with Tiki Talka. Okay, Caesar, let's get into these real topics. Caesar, look tired over here. What's up with you right now?
I don't know. I just got hit with a yawn. A yawn just rocked me right now.
Oh, so yeah, kind of one of those like yawns that just make you kind of be like,
yeah, that just like maybe want to lay down and see that. You know what I'm saying?
That massager joint.
Yeah. It's like warm in here too. It's like perfect.
Oh, you hot?
Yeah.
Oh God, look at this guy. You want me to go turn the air on?
No, I don't. I'm gonna thug it out. We've had way worse.
Yeah, because we used to have to turn the air off to do these in the Lua Studios. Anyway, Caesar, I'm pretty sure you saw the Kyle Korver article that
I did not actually. Shout out Kyle Korver from
fake NBA man over here. You always want to be talking about the NBA. I got you right now. Kyle Korver is, huh?
He's from the OC somewhere. Kyle Korver.
He was born in Paramount, but he went to school. He went to school in Iowa, high school too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Paramount?
Yeah.
Respect.
I think his dad was like a preacher or something like that.
Never mind. I'm playing.
Kyle Korver, he recently wrote an article on Players Tribune. Players Tribune is really cool. It's like a site where players kind of share their stories. There's a lot of soccer players.
I like it.
Yeah, a lot of soccer players been featured. Guendouzi, Lingard, Cutrone.
Your boy was on there?
Renato Sanchez, Bernardeschi.
Your boy was on there for MLS. What's his name? The American. Colombian.
What? Who?
The Colombian American that we used to rock with. They played for Nantes.
Bedoya?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see him on
That's the one where he went hard on MLS, but then joined MLS.
Was that in Players Tribune?
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, Bernard.
Why do you do this, man? I'm gonna pull it up because I'm upset.
Bernard, please don't, because I
don't care. Just go. I'm angry.
Bernardeschi was on there. Renato Sanchez. There was somebody else too that I saw that was like kind of cool. I forgot, but yeah, you should check it out because I think you like Renato Sanchez.
What does that say? Bedoya, Players Tribune, voice of the game.
Yeah, probably wasn't about
You're
MLS,
done
though.
You're done.
Chill out. Kyle Korver, 38 years old. I was like, whoa. Played for the 76ers.
I'm not surprised because he played with AI before.
So. Okay. He played for the 76ers, Jazz, Bulls, Hawks, Cavs. Everybody. And he's back on the Jazz now. He wrote an article kind of talking. It was basically talking about his own white privilege. LeBron praised him, and just a few things he was talking about. I read the article, but I didn't like pull it up because I would rather somebody else read it than me kind of trying to say like everything it was about. He talked about when Thabo Sefolosha got his leg broken by the cops in New York. I want to say
that was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy, and he said that like when he heard about it. He kind of was like, even though Thabo Sefolosha was his friend and he was like respected him a lot and like thought he was so intelligent and stuff like that, he was kind of like, oh, like what was he doing? Like what did he do? And like there was like another incident he talked about that. He said he was embarrassed by his reaction to that incident. And there was another one. When that fan said racist stuff to Russell Westbrook. He said he was embarrassed by his like own personal reactions to those incidents. And he wrote this article kind of talking about like, you know, the difference between like what the black players have to go through in the NBA and how he just like is completely separated from that. And like he wrote about like his own privilege. And he doesn't see himself as being like racist or anything like that, but like kind of like showing that we have to listen to like what these players are going through when it comes to like racist incidents. And he's talking about in the NBA. And I guess they had like some kind of closed door meeting with a bunch of the players on the Jazz. I think it was when he was with the Jazz. They were talking about different things that happened to them. And he was kind of like, wow, like, damn. You know?
Do you know the best player in the Jazz is right now?
Darren Williams?
No. Oh, God. No, it's Carl Malone Jr. And I'm playing.
I was about to say, wow.
No, I was playing to Mitchell. He's a baller.
Okay. I don't know why you're whispering and talking about randos. LeBron James.
He's really good.
LeBron James did a tweet about it. He said, "Salute, my brother means a lot." And like you said, I hope people listen. Just open your ears and listen. I thought it was dope. I read the article. I think you should read the article too, because he was being very honest about things. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell said that this is amazing. I'm honored to have you as my teammate and my brother. Folks, please read and inform yourselves.
Good player.
Donovan Mitchell said that on Twitter. And I wanted to bring it up because, and let me just do this disclaimer again. Like, we hate to be talking about racism every week, but there was more stuff this week, but I got something to say about that. But I think last week, when we were talking about Keane and some other stuff, has there been something like that in soccer? Like where a white player kind of comes out and says like,
look, my life has been different in yours.
Like, no, kind of like stand up for the black players that are getting treated poorly. Like,
I don't want to say no, but I want to say no in terms of coming to memory, no, because look, if I can't really remember it, then I guess it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm just like wondering,
because if it was the opposite, I'd be like, well, I'm at least happy the players support him.
I haven't seen anything like that. Like, well, recently we saw was it Goretzka? I want to say, yeah, it was Goretzka talking about the incident that happened with Germany and stuff like that. But it's like,
I like Goretzka.
I want to see like something like that, like something like a passionate, like not just like after it happens, but like it'd be dope. And Goretzka's not a big player, and obviously Kyle Korver is kind of like an older player, or whatever. But like it's a little bit different situation. Like, it would be dope to see, like, a big player come out and, like, really take a stance against racism
Give me a player
in football.
Name.
Anybody.
Harry Kane?
Sure.
That'd be
Harry
good.
Kane. Or, like, one of them Italian players that happens in Italy so much. Like, Bonucci? Who's a big Italian player? I don't even know anymore. Buffon, maybe, or somebody. Or Ronaldo, or Messi, or, like, who's some other guys? Lewandowski, or one of these guys.
Ronaldo.
I mean, I want to see like a big player come out and like say something. Like, I remember when we talked about this happening in Spain, I remember Dani Alves said like racism in football in Spain is never going away. He said it's normal. That's Dani Alves, obviously the one that had the banana thrown at him, but he said like he's been racially abused basically everywhere in Spain. It would be really nice to see a big player come out and really like stand up against this thing.
That'd be cool.
That would you say that racism is a big deal in soccer?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but now here's my counter to this.
Yeah. So you like counting yourself.
And this is what I said in the show notes. Is racism in soccer, like, is the soccer media, is it the new hustle? Like, is this the way to get clicks now? Because this is what, like, I feel like the media, like the football media, is like virtue signaling, talking about racism all the time now.
I don't know.
And I'm going to tell you why I think that. Obviously, we saw Keane get, Moise Keane from Juventus get racially abused at Cagliari. They're doing an investigation against Cagliari. It's still going on. Keane got fined 2,000 racks for diving for that game. So at the end of that match, the only person that's been punished so far is Keane. 2 racks for diving at some point.
2 racks?
For diving. It's happened to other players.
It's a lot of money.
Raheem Sterling. Oh, I'm sorry. Danny Rose talked recently saying like he can't wait to see the. He said he could not wait to see the back of football after suffering several instances of racial abuse during his career. He's saying he can't wait to leave the game. I don't know how I feel about that, but like whatever.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he is interesting. Honestly, I'm not a big Danny Rose guy.
He's like an English like Evra.
I mean, I guess like he
I
had some issues with him when he was saying like, oh, like I'm not letting my family come to Russia for the World Cup because it's so racist. I'm like,
you play in England though.
I'm like, give him a chance. Damn, like,
yeah, but
I'm like, nothing happened in the Confederations Cup. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about?
He'd be watching Fox News probably.
I mean, I guess Raheem Sterling talked about some different things recently, and people are praising Raheem Sterling for like standing up against racism. Raheem Sterling did also say that he doesn't think players should leave the pitch.
Yeah, he said they should.
And you think they should?
Yeah.
So y'all disagree?
We're allowed to disagree.
No, you're not. No, I'm joking. But I'm like, okay, is it really like the media actually cares, or it gets clicks and it gets a lot of comments? Because I don't see anybody once again offering a solution like we did on We Made It podcast, episode 88, transfer ban.
I agree, but what do you want? Out of the two options you're going to get from the media, what do you prefer? Not ever talking about it or bringing it up?
No, they're going to talk about it.
Okay, but I'd rather them be virtue signaling than just ignoring the reports. Okay,
let me think about that for a second.
Would you rather?
Well, you know what? But hold on, because the players have social media, so they can talk about it.
Well, what if the media is like, my only job is to report the news, not find answers for the news?
No, but I'm reading opinion joints too. I'm reading like dudes from the Guardian, and I tweeted them our episode.
I don't expect the media to be the ones that bring about change for.
No, they don't have to bring it about, but I want to see some kind of like, hey, this is what we can actually do. Especially,
I want the damn leagues to do more than the media, to be honest.
But media puts pressure on leagues.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, media does a lot.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, is it just like, when you put racism or monkey chants, like, people are going to read it, people are going to have an opinion, people are going to comment a lot on Facebook, whatever? Or is it like, okay, we're talking about this to get to a conclusion, not just like every time it happens, oh, nice, we get to write about it now.
Is that happening, or are we just at the point where, or is that the current trend you're saying?
I don't know,
to me, it just seems like at this rate you keep doing it, people are just gonna be like, well, I mean, what do you expect? Why didn't we click on this? I already know the stories.
No, dog. When it's a racism thing, they talk about. No, there's hella comments. I think that they know, just like this, and this is what I put. Is it just like transfer rumors? Transfer rumors is a hustle in soccer media. It's literally a hustle. Like
make up a rumor, make somebody big comment,
there's
so
all these
you can get a click on it.
There's all these big games happen, and there's so much going on in the sport. Transfer rumors, that's what people get turned up over. Transfer rumors. This person going here. We've seen so many things. I remember I read the article. It said Zlatan is going to Napoli. Like, I remember it. I read
you called
it. They said that he's going to Napoli.
And you called it. Remember, you were like, he's going there.
Yeah, because that's what they said. And then Martez thought that, who was it? Gomez was going to, was it Real Madrid? But he went to Barcelona. Like, there's so many transfer rumors. And that's a hustle. I think that talking about racism in soccer right now, has become just like a hustle. Like, it's going to happen every week. Let's write an article, and then some person writes an opinion piece, but they never talk about, like, how are we going to get rid of it? And I don't think they want, that's what I'm kind of saying. Okay. I don't think they want to get rid of it.
I can see your point. I can see your point then.
I don't think they want to.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I just think I'm kind of just tired of just kind of even hearing this, because I'm like, no one's even offering up solutions. Everybody just reporting on it. It's like, how are we going to find a way to stop this,
And I'm, like, upset that it's like, I mean, I can't say we're the only one. I don't read every single thing in the world, but, like, are we the only ones that's like, yo, like, how about this for a solution? How about this? It seems like it,
because I don't see anybody else really offering up anything else at the table.
I don't either, honestly. I mean, I listened back to our transfer ban episode, and I'm, like, listening back, I'm like, damn, like, this is how they were talking about that incident with Koulibaly, and, like, it was just like, hey, that's bad. Was it a foul? Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't want to spend that much time on that because we talk about racism like every week, and I'm kind of over it.
Can I go back to something really random from the Barca game?
Oh, Jesus. Go ahead.
No, just Messi in general, when you called him a goon. Mm-hmm. You know when I kind of knew he was kind of a goon? When he grabbed Rudiger by his neck.
No, I'm still mad about that.
I'm mad about it too, but it takes a level to do that.
No, that made me feel like he was racist.
Yeah, but I mean, still, like,
I never seen him grab.
But I mean, don't you be grabbing people's necks?
He ain't never grabbed Thomas Muller like that.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm just saying, like,
he never.
Very goon of him.
I seen Felipe Luis literally like step on Messi's thigh. Like, it was the craziest red card.
Yeah. Well, I think like Marcus Vick.
I think it was actually a yellow card. Like, it was one of the craziest fouls I've seen. I mean, he was hurt, but I didn't see him run up on him. That's Felipe Luis, who got a Polish last name.
Well, no, not saying. I guess Messi not the dude to go steal on somebody, but if you hit him, he's just gonna keep going. Clearly by that blood.
But if you foul him, if Rudiger foul him, he got to choke you out, though.
I didn't, dude. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I did not say
Caesar,
that. I did not.
I don't know. Maybe you're down.
You think I'm down for Rudiger getting choked out?
Wrangler,
I was the one that's doing the Rudiger thing before. I was like, damn, how come they didn't take him to see...
You said Liberia or Morocco.
How come they're not taking these fans from Italy over to,
Wrangler on my booty.
Exactly.
Okay, Caesar, really quick, because you're suffering, I can tell. You're starting to move around a lot. Your boy Diego Costa, did you see...
You don't know me.
I do know you, actually. Did you see that red card that your boy Diego Costa got against Barcelona the other?
No, what happened?
What sport do you watch? This guy literally does not care about soccer at all, yo.
This is my thing. No. You want to do this on the show right now?
Go for it.
No, it's just like, it's more fun when you tell me things live and I react on the show. This show is ruining my friendship.
How long do you think it'll take for it's ruined so I can be freed?
It's gonna be really bad until I start getting paid. So no, like some stuff I'm like, oh, like I want to watch it, but I'm like, oh, like if you, when you send the show notes, I'm like, I'm not gonna make sure I not click on this because we're probably gonna talk about it. And I'm down to react on the live. It's better when I react to things live.
Okay, stop. Okay, Diego Costa got a red card against Barcelona in the 28th minute. He did something, and like the ref like called a foul, and apparently he ran up on the ref and said like the equivalent of like in Spanish like I'll take a shit on your mom to the ref. And the ref gave him a red card, and yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Damn. Can you imagine just being like, yo, what?
Yeah. It was kind of crazy.
That's grounds to steal on him.
It was kind of crazy because like after like when he got the red card, like PK was like kind of like talking to him. PK like kind of had him by the face like this and was like kind of like telling him something, and then like kind of was walking him off the pitch, but it wasn't like aggressive. Like he's like, yo, like listen. He's like telling him something. Diego Costa is facing an 8-game ban for that. I don't know how many games he's gonna get.
Why isn't he like playing in Turkey?
Like honestly, like when I heard it, I'm like, you know what? Like this dude is it's shameful at this point. Like it's literally shameful to me that like this player can continue to exist in the football world, and it's like okay,
especially top level
and like a novelty. But I'm like, dude, like this is the type of player you tell kids not to be like.
Absolutely.
Like I can see being aggressive or whatever, but like I remember like just watching him, like dude, like he's just like it's uncalled for. Like
the Chelsea errors are wild.
Like we're trying to play sports here, like not like trying to be a bully.
We're not trying to like start fights for real. We're trying to win games.
And like I feel like you're trying to bully and intimidate the ref at that point. Honestly.
Yo, that's honestly really wild.
Simeone said like, oh, like some of the Barca players say stuff worse than that to the ref and nothing happens. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't know about Simeone's.
That might be big facts.
Yeah, I don't know about Simeone's credit because he did do the grabbing your crotch thing in the Champions League, which I thought was disgusting. And I feel like
I hate that.
Honestly, I feel like that should have been like a 5-game ban for him.
I can't believe
and a
that.
big fight. And I'm like, that's literally disgusting. That like it's like fun, and I'm like, no, dude, like. If the player did that, I'd be like, yo, the player's in the moment. Like, dog, you're the coach, dude. Like, chill out. Like, you're the you didn't score the goal. You're the coach. You're supposed to be setting an example. I don't think that the player should get away with it.
I'm with you on it, but I don't like that argument.
No, I don't think the player should get away with it.
You're the coach.
No, but like, what's the point of being?
Coaches can be passionate.
Yeah, but come on, dog. Like, that's trifling.
You seen when Portugal scored that and Ronaldo's throwing Fernando Santos around like a rag doll?
Yeah, but
Zidane scores. Zidane going hard doing the.
Yeah, but that's different than doing.
I agree, but
vulgar gestures.
Your argument was kind of like saying like, oh, like a coach should have an emotion compared to.
No, he should have emotion, but he shouldn't be vulgar.
I agree. No, I'm with you.
Grabbing at your crotch, dog. Like, come on.
You're trying to defend the player. I don't even want a player to do that.
No, I don't either. But I could. But like, the player and the coach should be held to a different standard, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They used to try to ban Michael Jackson for doing that.
You know what? I'm with you because. Everyone likes to put coaches into a father role all the time for players, even though sometimes they'll be around close to the same age. I'm like, why you pretend this guy's your dad?
Right.
And so if you're going to do that, make sure that person is held to different responsibility too. Like make sure they're held to a different standard as well. I agree.
I don't like Diego Simeone. I don't like him.
I'm not like
this dude gets $41 million a year.
Oh yeah, he gets stupid money.
He's the highest paid coach in the world.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I remember he got that new contract. He was about to leave, right? And they were like, we're gonna get you paid.
What the hell's going on there, dog? Like, that's really whack. Like, well, first of all, you get paid more than all your players. He gets paid more than Griezmann.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
It's whack, dog.
And he also sold our boy Action Jackson up the river.
You feel me? That's probably why they give him all that bread.
Oh, no, it can't be the reason.
You think it can't? You think it can't?
I'm just mad they had the Azerbaijan jerseys forever.
Yeah, you probably got money from that still.
Land of Fire.
Shout out to Azerbaijan. Baku is the capital.
I watched the whole Grand Tour episode. I saw everything in there. It was pretty cool.
Saw the old Soviet buildings.
Yeah, I saw the minute I saw the oil baths people can take.
Interesting.
You can take oil spa baths over there.
That's wild.
It's disgusting.
Okay, Caesar, let's go ahead and end up wrapping up this episode 102, WeMadeItPodcast.com. But before we do that, they have a new format for Copa America 2020.
And New Jerseys, but go ahead.
That's Brazil. I'm talking about the Copa America.
Well, that's all that matters.
Okay.
We're just going to
When's the last time they won it?
Semifinals.
2007, okay.
What the hell are you doing?
You said Brazil.
Okay.
That's the last time they won. Was it 2000?
What are you doing right now?
No, the last time Brazil won the Copa America, 2007.
I don't care ever about them winning last time. I don't care about the last time they won.
What do you care about?
I care about the jersey. I'm talking about the new jersey.
Okay, but the last time they won it in a jersey,
I'm talking about the new drip.
Okay, shoot around. Okay, so they're having Copa America this year in Brazil.
Yes, sir.
2019. They're going to be having another one next year, 2020.
So stupid.
I agree. Because there's going to be Euros at the same time too.
Why?
Relax. Well, I don't know if it's the same time necessarily.
It'll be a busy summer for us.
Indeed. It's going to be co-hosted by Argentina and Colombia. Now, when I saw that in that first paragraph right there, I was like, they do not border each other. What's going on here? I was like...
You were like, wait.
I'm like,
you didn't even pick up... Did Venezuela not pick up?
I'm like, that's like saying it's in Canada and Mexico. Like, what's the deal here?
It's all good because... it's all good. We're going to have the World Cup in Spain... but it's going to be co-hosted by Russia and Norway. Yeah. Hey, man, they're not even next to each other.
Exactly.
Not only was Brazil already some big old flights to be some games, let me go ahead and push a match from Argentina over to Brazil, then do by way of Colombia. What are we doing here, man?
But I kept reading. And then it came to this. So the two countries were officially named host nations on Tuesday, I guess last week or this week or last week, I don't know, by Condembo,
don't call them that.
Who rejected the proposal by the United States. Thank you.
Oh God, imagine that. Why?
Right. So the tournament's going to be expanded. It's going to be 38 matches. 12 more than the current format.
I like that.
And will initially be split into two groups of 6 teams. So the groups will be the South Zone: Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia.
Oh.
And then the North Zone is Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Ecuador,
Peru. That's kind of hard.
I was like, that's cool.
That's kind of hard. I like that. That's hard. That's hard. That's kind of hard. I like that.
I was like, I like that way better because I
actually really like that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, because that's cool because it makes it easier for the fans, especially like you're already in the
in-game move, everything, and also I think that. I think it also puts it in perspective of the people in terms of like geographically too, South America. Because I don't think people understand that there is a big, it's huge. It's huge. There's a differential countries in the South area and Northern area.
Absolutely,
that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's really dope. Actually,
that's really dope. I actually really like that.
Yeah. So yeah, they are changing it so where like the fans can kind of like be closer to their own team.
Good. So you don't have to go from Venezuela down
to Chile and to
Peru
you know what I mean?
And stuff. You know?
So in announcing the decision, Condembo President Alejandro Dominguez said. The central objective of this change is to provide more facilities to fans and to bring the matches of the national teams geographically to the South American public.
Well, there you go.
The fan will be able to enjoy at least 5 of his national team matches, which reinforces the spectacle and the sporting celebration.
Love it.
I think that's dope. A lot of people criticize CONMEBOL a lot, and
that was a cool move.
I think that's a great move instead of having it in one country. But if they were going to have it in one country, just have it in Uruguay because it's small and it's dope.
We don't want to do that. Okay. It'll be like 3 matches in the farm.
But yeah, anyway, episode 102, We Made It Podcast.
Cincy doys.
Yeah, next week, hopefully, we're going to be having... we don't know the details yet, but we're going to be having something with Tiki Taka Podcast, hopefully next week, Wednesday, after the Champions League quarterfinals are over. WeMadeItPodcast.com, at We Made It Podcast. Follow us on everything. Subscribe to us on multiple platforms.
Please
you
do.
Know what I'm saying? We're with it. Simplecast, I need you to figure out what
Check us out on Firework. We Made It Podcast.
We Made a Podcast on Firework. Download that app. It's really cool. New app out, Firework.
It's cool. It's free.
Oh,
and we're on there.
We're on there, exactly.
It can't get better than that.
Go watch the goofy videos we did.
Downward nap.
Oh, yeah. And was there something else I want to say? No, I think that's it. Yeah. So keep it gated. There's some low quats. This video will be on YouTube. Holler.
Yeah.